Hey, shalom, shalom. All right, let me just check for live, or check the feed, I should say. Check the feed. All right, just checking the feed. All right, looks like we're good. All right. Okay. Okay. So without further ado, first off, I'd like to say KAL HALAL, YAHAWASHI, BaHashim Urchak Wadash, Thawada, Yahweh for giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh Bashim in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, elders of GMS, our Big Akim. And greetings and salutations to the Akim in this country and all over the world who are prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. I'm Yahikwab, Lord willing, serving the King of the universe, King Yahushai, son of Abba Yahweh. And this title reads, so put that in again. Yeah, the super lunar eclipse. All right, super lunar eclipse comes in. Not super, excuse me, the supermoon and the lunar eclipse comes in at 10:44 p.m. All right. And the title is This Is Not a Coincidence. Now, I'm trying to gather myself, you know what I mean? Trying to gather myself, man, because, wow, I'm kind of blown away. This is a follow-up from a show I did 2 weeks ago, going into the harvest moon. All right, and I did mention in the show, I'll just put it here. I'll just show you real quick. That the full moon, which is tonight, the second week of the month, that there was going to be a full moon, but not only a full moon, but it was going to be a partial eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse. All right, so like, yeah, let's get out of that. Oh man. All right, I'm messing up here. I just want to show the show that I did that on. Now I gotta pull everything up again. Forgive me. But anyway, that there's gonna be a partial lunar eclipse tonight, at 10:44 p.m. And like I said, it was already heavy enough that there is gonna be there is a supermoon, that there is a lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse. But I didn't know until right before I started the show, really reading an article, because I wanted to check the time what time it came in, that it was going to be at 10:44 p.m. And we all know that 10:44 references is the 144, the 144,000. So Yahweh Shemai Shai is communicating with his elect, man. All right, he's talking to his elect. Let me just pull up what I had before. Salak, now Satan's messing with the okay, here we go. I was trying to show, we could get out of here. close that down. 1 second. Just want to show you real quick. All right, now this is a follow-up to see if I can show you. Slakia. All right, right here, this show here. All right. This is a follow-up from this show, okay? This is about exactly 2 weeks ago, September harvest, lunar eclipse simultaneously, right? So this is the show. This is the 2 weeks ago on the Sabbath that I talked about today. Okay, that there is going to be an eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse tonight. All right. Now, again, all this time, I didn't know it was going to be at the time that we're talking about. And this is the article that I'm about to read that says so. I had kind of other things lined up to go into with this lunar eclipse, but like I said, I'm a little brought back. I even called my brother right away, like, yo, this is a sign, man. We're close. You know, well, what's the coincidence that the lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse, is going to come at 10:44 p.m. Eastern time, by the way, Eastern time. All right. And then let's read the article, man. All right. At the end of the day, we are close, man. YAHAWASHI is communicating with us. All right. Matter of fact, before I read this, let's get this real quick. All right. Let me get this real quick because I can't help it. This is Genesis chapter 1-14 and reads, and the powers, right? We know that that's not talking about the Most High. The Most High appears in Genesis, the 2nd chapter. All right. If you go here, it's Alahayim, the powers, the angels, right? So it says in the angels, starting with YAHWASHI, the head angel, of course, right? Which, you know, well, we're talking about it, which are the first fruits. All right. The first fruits are YAHWASHI and the elect, the 144,000. All right. And that's what that 144 represents. The 144,000 men that are going to be saved out of each tribe, along with their families. All right. And the ones that have the faith. It tells you that in Revelation, the 12th chapter. All right. So the elect, in the spiritual sense, we all go back. We are the first fruits with YAHWASHI. Right. So it says, and the power said, "Let there be lights in the heaven, in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." All right. So we're about to go into this word, but the word signs goes back to the Lashawan Kodash, the ancient Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew, which means awath, right? Not only does the sun and the moon bring in your 4 seasons, your spring, summer, fall, and winter. Not only does the sun and the moon, your sun brings in your month, the moon brings in your months, you know, which brings in your weeks. Okay. Brings in your days, your weeks, and your months. You know, the sun is another a timetable or time dial where one complete rotation of the sun, you know, brings in your year. You know, the sun is directly above you. It's 12 o'clock, 12 midday, you know, and etc. Right? But we go into the word signs is awath, which means you see here. Hey, shalom, beloved. Shalom, beloved. G-Missing is like this, man. Look at this, man. So we're about to read this article, man. But before I read the article, right, this is what the Lord's communicating with us, man. So it says sign, a signal, right? Distinguishing mark, a banner, remembrance, a miraculous sign. This is a miraculous sign tonight. An omen, an omen, an omen, and a warning, a warning. Okay, a token, an insight, a standard, a miracle, a proof. This is like a miracle, man. I mean, all these, like I said, you know, beginning of August to November are 4 supermoons in a row every month, right? And there was a supermoon, a blue moon in September and August, and we're September now. August 17th, there's going to be another supermoon, and November is going to finish off all the consecutive 4 supermoons of the year to end this year, in the year of Jacob's trouble. That's not a coincidence. 4 means mercy. All right. Now, again, the sign we looked up, it means an omen. So the Lord's giving us an omen, a sign, and a warning. Right. So this is a big deal. Like I said, I didn't know it was going to be 10:44 p.m. tonight, you know, which represents the elect. All right. So this is like a miracle, man. Now let's read this article, which will be in the description. Okay. So let's read. So it says, what time is the harvest moon, supermoon, lunar eclipse tonight? It says, find out when to watch the partial lunar eclipse of the harvest moon, supermoon, including exact times and photography tips for the celestial show. It says the harvest moon, supermoon, will see part of the Earth's shadow pass over the lunar surface tonight, creating a murky red partial lunar eclipse. It says, let's zoom in, because I know you already see it. Let's zoom in. Like I said, I just was gathering some articles before the show, and this is the article. I almost hopped up my seat, man. And I'll be honest, I got a little teary-eyed, man. I called my brother. I was like, oh, snap. Let's read. The lunar eclipse will reach its maximum phase, whereby the moon is obscured by Earth's darkest shadow, the umbra, at approximately 10:44 p.m. EDT means Eastern Daylight Time or Eastern Time. Okay. So you see it right there. September 17th. For viewers in the U.S. Eastern Time zone. Let's highlight all that. So it says in Europe and Africa, the eclipse will occur during the early morning hours of September 18th, tomorrow. In London, the peak of the eclipse will be visible around 3:44 p.m. Hey, Shalom family, hopeful elect, Shalom beloved family. All right, the peak of the eclipse will be visible around 3:44 a.m. That's another spiritual number. Okay. 3 means understanding, and there goes that 4 again. All right. It says the exact timings of the beginning and end of the partial lunar eclipse depend on your location, and you can use websites like a timeanddate.com to find specific times. You know, I might use this paragraph here as a thumbnail, because this is heavy, man. Again, you can't get around this right here. Look at that. Hey, Shalom, Ana Banwath. Shalom Makoth. You see? You can't get around that, man. 10:44. All right, 144. So the Lord's speaking to his elect, the elect government body, but the elect people who are going to be healed, who are sick, who are blind, whatever have you, who have the faith of Yahweh Shemai Shai. This is a sign for the elect, the 1/3 in the nation of Israel, that the Lord's here, man. All right, and he's communicating us by way of the prophets, but also by way of signs. What are the coincidence that not only is it 4 supermoons in a row, which means mercy. This is the second one out of the 4. Then we got a supermoon tonight. Then we got a partial eclipse, and it's on the end of the Sabbath. All right, the Sabbath just ended tonight. Okay, we had a beloved brother out of Cali share a beautiful testimony. All right, which GMS Watchman Shalom, beloved brother, Yar Shalom, who did a show on it. You know, he had a heavy dream going into chariots flooding in the skies and zapping people, and also and ultimately beaming up the elect. You know, that was a heavy vision that he had. And of course, you know, members of IUIC, a dead warning to them, because they were in the dream vision as well, but it didn't end too good for them. So Yahweh Shemai Shai is talking to us, man. A lot of things going on right now around the world, man. Okay. Now, let me see if there's anything else. Nothing else really matters in that article. Whew, let's look at that number again. Look at it. Everything ends in the 4-4. Look at that. But we see here, we up here in NY, or the Northeast, you know, tri-state area, New York, PA, Connecticut, Jersey, all these, you know, Maryland, Delaware, whatever. This what time we gonna see it up here. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. In Brazil, they're gonna see it too at 11:44 p.m. Okay. But we're gonna see it at this time over here. So, you know, to me, that's a big deal. And it's a beautiful sign for me. How about Shemai Shai? Let me see. So again, this will be in the description. You see it right there, what time is coming in tonight. And KAL HALAL, YAHAWASHI Shai, BaHashem Ruach Wadash. The Lord's talking to us, man. Okay. Let me go to let's go into some, you know, quick edification of what these eclipses are, you know. I'll read a little something here. It says, what is a lunar eclipse? It says the moon moves in orbit around the earth. We know that's not the case. The earth is the center of the universe and center of the solar system. All right. And it says, at the same time, earth orbits sun. Sometimes earth moves between the sun and the moon. It says when this happens, let me just get to the point. The earth blocks the sunlight. Sorry, that camera's acting up. Okay. It says the earth blocks the sunlight that normally is reflected by the moon. Okay. So the sunlight is what causes the moon to shine. Instead of the light hitting the moon's surface, Earth's shadow falls on the moon. This is the eclipse of the moon, or the lunar eclipse. A lunar eclipse can occur only when the moon is full. So like you see this thing here. All right. So tonight, right, the earth is in between the sun and the moon, and the moon, the earth's shadow. Because usually what happens is the sun's light hits the moon to give it light. But now the earth is in between the sun and the moon, which is blocking the sun's light to reach the moon. And then the sun's light kind of goes through the earth, you know, the radiant blue light passing, it goes through the earth and it partially hits the moon, and you get that red look. Okay, and that could only happen during a full moon, which is tonight, because in a full moon's we're 2 weeks into the month. It says a total lunar eclipse. Says a total lunar eclipse occurs when the moon and the sun are on the exact opposite sides of the earth, like you saw here, right? One in the front, one in the back. I mean, there's no front and back, but they're totally opposite. Right? And although the moon is in the Earth's shadow, some sunlight reaches the moon. The sunlight passes through the Earth's atmosphere, right? It's passing through the Earth's atmosphere, filters out most of the blue light. Yep. This makes the moon appear red to appeal to people on Earth. And again, it's going to be a partial lunar eclipse tonight. Solar eclipse, we don't need to read that. Well, you know what a solar eclipse is, and that's when the moon, as you see there, it goes in front of the sun, right? But tonight is a lunar eclipse where the earth is going to be between the sun and the moon, blocking the sun's light partially to hit the moon. So look out tonight at what time? 10:44 p.m. The number of the elect. So again, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is, man. If that's not a sign from Yahawah Shema Shai, I don't know what is. And again, like I said, I've had this on my calendar, pun intended, to do the show tonight. But I had no idea it was going to be at 10:44 p.m. So I was kind of brought back, man. I'm still amazed. This is amazing, man. Kal halal Yahawah Shema Shai forever, man. And he's talking to us. He's showing the signs, man. Let's read this again. Now, when you look up the word sign in Genesis 1:14, let's read it again, right? It says, and the powers, the Alahayim, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons as days and years. All right. Seasons are the holy days as well. That brings in our feast days and everything like that. We just came over the feast of Memorial Blowing Trumpets, I believe. Okay. So let's look at the signs one more time. Let's look it up again. Awath. Right, we got the word awath. What's this mean? I see this here. In the sense of appearing. Okay, hold up. Let's look up this. Let's look up this now. That's the root word of that. Same thing, awath. It means agree, a constant agree. Let me see. Constant. When a new root appears to have arisen, unless it be better. All right, so that nothing really there. But again, we go back to that. The Lord's talking to us. You see, awath means an omen. This is an omen. This is a warning. Right? Let's look up the word. Let's look up the word omen. Omen, see omen. All right, this stupid thing's not let's go to the word omen. See what that says real quick. Omen. Definition. An event regarded as a portent of good or evil. All right, that's right. Is good. This sign is a good omen for the elect. All right, 10:44 p.m. the lunar eclipse tonight, but a bad omen for the wicked. All right, a good omen for the elect. The Lord directly did that on purpose. An event regarded as a portent of good and evil. What does omen mean? But the interpretation of omens really depend on the country and culture. Whatever. What is a bad omen? A bad omen is an event of happening that you take as a sign of something to come. Whoa, there we go. It's believed to be a bad omen. Yeah, whatever. All right. An omen is a sign or a warning of some future event. Look at that. A future event, such as a dark cloud or a bloody nose. Let's look at curious etymology of omen. Hermeneutics, the root meaning of the word, etymology. Because this is what is literally going on right now. All right. Omen. It says, let's look it up. See. This is the etymology. I don't know why it's not letting me go. Okay, it says omen. Hold up. Hold up. What's up? 1 sec. It says casual event or occurrence supposed to portend good or evil. Same thing. Foreboding, augury, according to Varro from Old Latin osmen, a word of unknown origin. 1580. Augury is a sign of what will happen in the future. Okay, see?
Augury.
A sign of what will happen in the future, an omen. So yeah, so the Lord's talking to us, telling us about what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen ultimately is Jacob's trouble, MOTB, right? World War III, and ultimately the Lord come back to save the elect. He just told us what time, 10:44 p.m. Who's behind that? YAHAWASHI is, man. Look at that. So the Lord told us he's giving us an omen. He's going to come save the elect to give an indication of the future, right? Because we just looked up omen in the blue letter. So come on, it can't get more clear than that. And it's a warning, right? That's what we out here. That's what the prophets out there for, to warn the people. Token, the sign inside. So, well, I don't think I ever saw an eclipse coming at that time. As long as we've been in the truth. This is Yahweh. It's always Yahweh Shemashah. But yo, man, we're close, man. We're close. Let me get a scripture. Elect's sake. Oh man, this is beautiful, man. No. It's not it. I want Matthew's right here. All right, for the elect's sake, where's that at? See, man. Slovakia. I'm just trying to get that scripture. Well, we know it's in the 21st chapter, so let's. All right. Right there. It says, We'll read from 24 and 21. It says, Matthew 24 and 21, out of the Lord's mouth, red letter. Well, this is out of the Lord's mouth. It's not a red letter, but it's him speaking. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Right? This is the year of Jacob's trouble, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, 2024. Right? We know that, like Apostle always says, when the Lord comes back, Lord Yahawashi, from the power of our Father Yahweh, when the Lord comes back to save us, Yahawashi, He's gonna come save us in the midst of Jacob's trouble. All right. The nuclear missiles is the capping of Jacob's trouble. The chariots come back to destroy Babylon the Great by their laser beams, World War III, shooting off their missiles on Babylon the Great, America. Right, we're gonna have to be saved from that. That's Jacob's trouble, man, and that's great trouble. That is, the world has never seen nuclear detonation or explosion or what's about to come unfold. We're gonna have to be saved from that. That's right, brother. What a beautiful time to be alive. That's right, man. We're about to see Yahawashi, man, and the angels. You know, we're about to see great things escalate, man, and the wicked finally pay. You know, so no matter what we're going through hell, but the Lord's, you know, we're joyful, man. Matter of fact, let me get this one. Let me finish this, and I got another scripture, Revelation 12. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. This is why we need a savior, man. Because this is the greatest. Because when the Lord comes back, he's gonna act out his omen nomen, right, name prediction. He's gonna deliver us, the elect, the faithful. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay, let's read that again. And I remember I did a show back in 2020 going into, they recorded since the 60s. All right, since the 60s, they were recording the days of the hours of the days, 24 hours. And they had 8, I think, days recorded, like the fastest times of the earth rotating and the axis and all that kind of stuff, right? But up until 2020, the year of the lockdown, there were 8 days alone in the year 2020 that broke all the previous records for the fastest days on Earth. So I think they clocked it in at like 23 hours and some odd minutes or seconds. It wasn't 24 hours anymore in a day. So the days are getting quicker. And I think a year or two after, they came out with another article saying it was even faster. All right, so the Lord has been speeding up these days. Look, we're already, almost done with this year. All right, we only got 3 more months left to the end of this year, right? So, except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right. Let's get Revelation real quick. In fact, let me just type it in instead of just going there. Well, see if I can just go to let's go Revelation. Revelation 12. Now, I'm just going to go straight to the point on this one. There's a lot of meat in here. All right, but we're going to go to right to the point. And we're about to come across Revelation 12 and 7, you see. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. The dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And like you saw from that, the beloved brother in Cali, he made it, testimony. talk about IUIC was in the dream and they better get right. And, it didn't turn out too good for them in the dream. But, he talked about in the dream how there were chariots zapping people away. Right? I'm going to skip down to verse 12. It says, therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. Again, it says, therefore you rejoice. So it's time to rejoice from these signs that the Lord has given us, to especially let us know not only is it the 4 supermoons in a row, not only is it an eclipse, a partial lunar eclipse happening, right, on the Sabbath, end of the Sabbath, but it comes in at 10:44 p.m. tonight. Right, I think in the West Coast you're going to see it, or in Brazil at 11:44 p.m. Over there in London and Africa, they're going to see it at 3:44 p.m. a.m. So these are spiritual numbers. Anyway, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Right. So in all realms, the heavens, the spiritual realm, the haven, or the rulerships on earth, and the heavens in the universe, right, is rejoicing because the Lord is going to come. The Lord is coming. All right, that's right. Matthew 13:7. That's right. This is the time we live for. These times, all the prophets to this time now. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Represents the people for the devil, the deceiver, the great deceiver, the great liar, the great Satan, that old serpent dragon, the nation of Edom, Rothschilds, Rockefellers. They're going to come down. Is come down onto you, the men of the Lord, the faithful, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. So that martial law, right, those concentration camps, all right, these events that's happening all over the world, all this stuff they're gonna come down upon the elect, being persecuted, being false accused of what's going on, being blamed, false accusations. Is going down, man, because he know he got but a short time, so they know their time is up. All right. Let me get since we in Revelation, and I might just finish off here. Oh, Salak. I might as well go to the 144 scripture. Let's read it. It says, and after these things I saw the angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, right, which means the 4 corners represent north, south, east, and west, right? Means the entire earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. What is that one talking about? Nuclear wind, nuclear fire. All right, because part of the aftermath of a nuclear the explosion is nuclear wind. All right, like the scriptures say, the besom of destruction is going to sweep across Babylon and destroy this place, man. But the angels are holding us back, okay? Until the Lord gives that word. It says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. All right. That's talking about the elect. And like Apostle always says, he believes in the spirit that the 144,000, the 144,000 elect, the government body, the cabinet, you will, they're already sealed. We are already sealed. Now we're going to go, the Lord's going to come for the families, the people who have the faith, the ones who are going to be healed. All right. They're a part of the elect too. but the rest of the 1/3. But it says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. There we go, the 144,000. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And remember, that's the government body, but 144,000 have families as well. And the 1/3, part of the 1/3 is really the elect that are scattered all over the world, who have the faith. That's right. Ecclesiastes 17 and 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. That's right. Okay. Not Jesus Christ or whatever have you. I'm going to finish off soon. Verse 7 to 4 says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Asher was sealed 12,000. Tribe of Nephilim sealed 12,000. The tribe of Manasseh was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Simeon was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Levi was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Issachar was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Zebulun was sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Joseph was sealed 12,000, which is Ephraim. All right, of the tribe of Benjamin was sealed 12,000. And lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with the white robes and palms in their hands. And that's the rest of the 1/3, the mixed multitude, the ones that have the faith, the ones that are going to be healed, who have ailments, who just believe, the friends and families of the prophets in this country and all over the world. Because remember, the 1/3 is really millions of people that are going to be beamed up in the fathership. Yo, man, this is beautiful, man. We're at that time. It's happening. And it says, and cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation, salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne and unto the Lamb. All right, and all the angels stood around about the throne and about the elders and the four beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces, and worshipped the Most High, saying, blessing and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be unto our power forever and ever. KAL HALAL YAHAWASHI, forever. Let's read. It says, and one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes? Whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which come out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. All right, that tribulation is really starting from day one when you get into this truth. The trials and tribulations that you go through your life in this flesh, but ultimately the next phase, which is the trouble in the world, right? And ultimately, martial law, famines, food shortages, apparitions, blackouts, the civil unrest, the World War III, the MOTB. The whole world is going to be tried by this MOTB, right? The whole world is going to be tried by this. And then ultimately the deliverance, World War III, nuclear detonation, and then the deliverance, YAHAWASHI appearing with Michael Archangel, the thousands of angels to save, to fulfill the prophecy of him claiming the throne on earth and the destruction of Babylon the Great. All right. Therefore are they before the throne of the most power, and serve him day and night in his temple, and he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, YAHAWASHI, and shall lead them into living fountains of waters, and the power, the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. That's right, man. That's right. So again, if you see this, what time is the harvest new moon, supermoon, lunar eclipse tonight, partial lunar eclipse. And you see right there, the lunar eclipse will reach its maximum phase, whereby the moon is obscured, but Earth's darker shadow, the umbra, at approximately 10:44 p.m. Eastern time. Look at that. So like I said, man, if that's not a sign, I mean, that's sign within signs within signs. You got supermoons tonight. You got a partial lunar eclipse. That's right, Lloyd. That's right, Lloyd. We see them chariots, man. And then you got, come on, man. Then the lunar eclipse is coming in at 10:44. Yeah, man, we out of here. So we out of here, man. You know, just looking at that looks beautiful, man. Okay. So with that, you know, hey, man. Yo, like I said, I didn't know this was just gonna be edification on the new moon, man, which was enough. You know, the lunar eclipse and all that. But I right before I was starting the show, I just wanted to see what time it came in, and this what came in. You know, I jumped on my seat, man. I called my brother Elder Nas. He couldn't even speak. Shell, man, we're almost out of here. We're almost out of here, Akim. All right, we're almost out of here. KAL, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Kwakwadah, Shalom.